Alright, welcome to the lunchtime video. I've got some really good news to start things off. So let's go to LinkedIn and look at my news feed. And you can see the best news ever that exists in the world. Used to be in my news feed, but now there's just propaganda and that sort of thing. So let's try to filter out my newsfeed. This is exercise in futility. This is why I don't use social media usually. But let's try to filter it out for the content that we want to see. Yeah, and it's an exercise in futility to do that. Okay, well, maybe if I just keep scrolling down, I'll find what I was looking for and what I saw previously. Or maybe not. Yeah, that's probably not a good strategy. But okay, let's not use social media because it's literally one of the worst things that has ever been created in my mind. So let's use something better. Let's go to the friend we made, whose blog we've been reading, and let's see if he has it. You know, let's forget about that. Let's go to Juniper. The official website. Okay, and then yeah, let's look at the registration page. So yep. So I'm planning to take this more in. I'm not going to take it on November 3rd, but I will be taking it more around that time period, which is coming up really fast. So we got to take it in the Americas. Let's see. Okay, let's see what the 19th is. That going to be 19th. So that's going to be on a Thursday. So the 20th, that'll be a Friday. So that's going to be better. So let's see what we get for the 20th. Aha, and this is the really good news I wanted to announce. We don't have, so let's click into service provider. Yep, so this one here. Oops. Okay, we'll click register. There we go. So we no longer have the employees only enlisted there. We no longer can't get to this page anymore. It's now open, and not only is it open, it's going to be proctored remotely entirely. So I won't need to travel at all. Okay, so now I can try clicking register. Perfect. So now, yep, I probably shouldn't share my ID, but you can see I have no issues going in and registering. We've got, it's the 6-hour format. So the remote exam is going to be 6 hours. Okay, and successful candidates will perform system configuration on all devices, implement various protocols, policies, and VPNs, HA capabilities, and class of services. Perfect, yeah, valid for 3 years. And then to recert, you only need to take the JNCIE-SP again. You don't have to take a 6-hour exam for $1,600. And not only that, if they continue their free exam offerings, you can recert for free if they continue that for 3 years. Okay, so that's really good news. It's kind of the motivation booster I needed. I might even be able to do more videos now. I can't do weekend videos because I'm working on that other course, but after work videos I probably can't do those either because the gym closes earlier now. But like an evening video I could probably do, That may even help me relax if I wear my special light adjusting goggles, which will look weird, but it helps get to bed easier. Okay, so for this video though, we're going to be doing another video for fast reroute. We're going to be using the configuration given in this example to so we're going to be completing this example, and then I think that'll be enough to move on. So the first thing I'm going to do is check that I uploaded the last video. Oops. So what do I need to do for that? Oh, I need to click my channel. Okay, and then I need to click, oh, where's all my, okay, I still have all my videos uploaded. So last video, yep, we did FRR 1. Now I thought I did a second video on that already. So let's look in my files and see if I do have a second video, and if I do, let's make sure to get that uploaded. So we're going to go into videos. Yep, and then it looks like we've got, so one thing I can do is click on this. Nope. So one thing I can do is go to my YouTube Studio. Yep, and then from there I can go to videos, and I can click edit. Yeah, and now I can see the file name. So if we've got one that is more recent than that, then I can upload that. So this is 12/1. Okay, this is the time, so the date will be the 16th. Okay. So we do have one for the 17th, and then of course we've got the one I'm filming right now. I've got it going. So let's just take a look at this one. Alright, welcome to the lunchtime video for the JNCIE-SP. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be an important one to upload. A lot of work happened here, so let's make sure that is public facing. So before I upload it, I'll create the titles. Okay, and then we're just going to focus on this one. I think that'll be enough to get a handle of it before moving on. And as I've said many times, and as we can see, we're really getting to the end here. So it's got to be moving through these pretty fast. I should probably be doing more than one hour video a day now as well. Okay, so now let's upload video 2. Okay, so yep, high availability techniques, excellent. That's what this is, I believe. Yep. All right. Okay, so next up is going to be video 3, and we'll just continue on with this. So I'm going to pull up the lab and see how far I got last time. And I might actually watch the last bit of the video I made last time just to remind myself where I left off. some reason it's really escaping me what I did. I must have gotten kind of. Yeah, I must have had a lot going on after this or something. Let's see here. Okay, so I enabled Mpls. But the problem was the LSP wasn't coming up, so we've got to have an LSP coming up between these two devices. So let's troubleshoot that. Okay, so the LSP is for sure down. Let's take a look at the configuration here. Yep, we've got Mpls, RSVP, OSPF, everything looks good. Let's make sure we can ping this. Okay, yep, looks good. Let's get some further clues as to what the problem could be by looking at the ERO, the RRO, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we don't have an ERO because we don't have a route. CSPF failed, so let's do a show Mpls, CSPF. Yep, no route. Okay. Okay, so we do have traffic engineering. We do have Mpls, we do have RSVP. Now, I think the problem might be that it's strict. I think it's got to be loose. I think that's the problem. But let's verify the configuration on the last one to make sure. Of course, I probably need to, well, I did verify the OSPF routes. I need to verify it here as well, though. I didn't do that yet. Oops. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routes. That makes sense because we've got one here, of course. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we're going to have the loopbacks and we're going to have the links to the other one. And we could make those passive links, make our Wireshark captures a little bit easier to read, but and to preserve a little bit of bandwidth on the link. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. Okay, so next up is going to be configuring the active configuration. Okay, so we've got traffic engineering, we've got everything. So yeah, everything looks good to go. Now we will need another LSP going back the other way, but since LSPs are unidirectional, I think I'd rather get the other LSP up before setting up the second one, because I'd rather just troubleshoot issues on one thing instead of two things right away. Okay, so yeah, so the issue is there's no route, and from what I understand, sometimes it can have difficulty using a loopback address if the LSP is a strict LSP. So, and it's strict by default. So one way you can change it to work better is to change it to a loose LSP. And that allows it to use loopbacks easier than it would otherwise. Oops, so, oh, I understand how to do this. So show pipe display set relative, it's going to be set to 68.0.4. Yeah, so now is where I would say loose. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm not sure where this command would go. Okay, so let's try using the help as I would on the test. Help. Okay, match loose. Perfect, okay. Okay, well let's try strict. Alright, well, that's not so good either. Maybe this? Huh, I thought I could add the keyword loose on there somewhere. I thought everything I just said was true, but it seems like either it disappeared on me, it's not true, I got the false idea somehow, or I just don't know how to do this. Now, where was the command where I could see the EROs for LSP, for RSVP? I thought it would show RSVP session and then like extensive or something. Oh no, it was T-Link, right? No. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. Oh, you know what? No, this is the right command. It's just because there isn't one is why it's having trouble. Okay, let's see if we got RSVP neighbors everywhere. Oh, we did. We checked that last time. So I think the problem is that, well, there's no route to host, of course, but why is there no route to the host? That is the question. Okay, well, let's try And the other thing is, of course there's a route to the host, like we can ping it. So how is there no, like there is a route, like let's look at the route. Okay, maybe that'll have things make more sense. So we're gonna do show route 10.192.168.0.4. So we do have a route. It is a OSPF route, and it is via our GE001 interface. So why does it say that there is no route? I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta take a quick break. Okay, so I see everything's recording, so I am back. I made that mistake once before, so I'm not making it again. We've got a problem here. The problem is that the LSP won't come up because CSPF can't find a route. And I think the reason for that is because I'm doing a loopback to loopback connection, and the LSP doesn't like that. So let's see if I can if I can get it to come up by, instead of forming it to the loopback, forming it to the physical interface. But before I do that, let's make extra super sure that things are acting in an unusual way by pinging the destination from the source. Okay, so yep, that is quite unusual in my book because it's saying that there's no route, but we can ping it, which requires a route, so route must mean a different thing. But let's see if using a different endpoint on this router will make a difference. Okay, so instead of, it looks like I did have the LSP for the other direction set up, but let's see if that one came up. That would really confuse things. Okay, so that one didn't come up. Yeah, so let's try changing the endpoint. Okay, so instead of there, we're going to do the connection here. Okay, and hopefully that will change things. Oh, now this is interesting here. Oh, no, this is the to. Okay, I thought that was the from. I'm saying, why did the from change? But the to changed. So it's having trouble finding the path again. Yeah, CSPF failed. Okay, so let's read some more about CSPF and see if we can figure out why that failed. This looks perfect. So configuring the egress router address for LSPs. When configuring an LSP, you must specify the address of the egress router by including the to statement. You can include this statement following hierarchy levels. When you are setting up an LSP, the to statement is the only required statement. All other statements are optional. After the LSP is established, the address of the egress router is installed as a host route in the routing table. This route can then be used by BGP to forward traffic. To have the software send BGP traffic over an LSP, the address of the egress router is the same as the address of the BGP next hop. You can specify the egress router's address as any one of the router's interface addresses, or even as the BGP router ID. If you specify a different address, even if the address is on the same router, BGP traffic is not sent over the LSP. To determine the address of the BGP next hop, use the show route detail command. To determine the destination address of an LSP, use the show Mpls LSP command. To determine whether a route has gone through an LSP, use the show route or show route forwarding table command. In the output of these last two commands, the label switch path or push keyword included with the route indicates it has passed through an LSP. Also, use the traceroute command to trace the actual path to which the route leads. This is another indication as to whether a route has passed through an LSP. You can manipulate the address of the BGP next hop by identifying a BGP import policy filter that sets the route's next hop address. So I don't know if anyone can relate, but I can literally read something word for word out loud and not, like, I was thinking about something else that whole time I read it. I know it looked like I was reading it, and I know I actually said the words out loud, but none of that like made it into my mind. I'd have to go back and read it again to even say one word of what I read. I'm sure I said the word "the" at some point, but I don't know what I just read. Okay, so I think what's going on is I'm missing a component required for an LSP, and that component is BGP. So let's look at the instructions a bit closer. So see, this is why I didn't think BGP was necessary to establish it, because the LSP, making sure that they're established, that step is given before the iBGP mesh step. So I didn't think that was required yet, and I still don't think it is. I think it's required to move traffic through the LSP, but to establish the LSP, I don't think it's required. But yeah, because it's after the LSP is established, the address of the egress router is installed as a host route in the routing table. This route can then be used by BGP. So to just establish the LSP, you don't need BGP. But let's try a show route detail command. Okay, perfect. So this might have more information. So I do notice that the validation state is unverified. I'm not sure what that means. So I am missing some configuration. I'm missing the autonomous system. But it looks like that just matters for BGP. But let me add the autonomous system configuration to these devices, to all the devices. Okay, so I really doubt that would cause the LSP to come up, but it's going to, I mean, I would have had to add it eventually anyways when I do my BGP configuration. What the heck? I am so confused by this. Let me know in the comments if I can be unconfused. Oh god, that scared me. Oh. I didn't jump or anything, but I definitely felt that. Oops. Yeah, we'll delete everything and set to All right. Oh, I'm like super hungry. Let's see here. So, yep. So that has been committed. Yep, and it's still going to be down. But I'd rather troubleshoot it going to the loopback, and we can see why it's down. It's down because there's no route. It can't build the ERO. Alright, so let's use trace options. Okay, so hopefully we can see, get a better sense of why there's no route. Now I have a feeling it'll just be pretty sparse messages, so we'll need to clear out the CSPF calculation. Yeah, because you can see it's not even calculating it yet. So let's try to clear the Mpls TED. Well, let's try to clear something. Clear the RSVP session. All. Maybe that'll do it. Didn't do it. Oh, let's just clear the OSPF neighbors, because that will definitely, because it rides on top of it, so that should do it. It'll have to do a new CSPF calculation, because usually it pulls it in from the, yep, see, because it pulls it in from the OSPF calculations. So if I reset the OSPF calculations, it's going to have to do new CSPF calculations. Yep, so we can see, oh, nope, unfortunately we still got a failure here. So, but hopefully we can find out why it failed from this output. Super loud noise happening outside. I kind of want to see, I am expecting a package, so I don't know if they'll, I know for my groceries, my reminders are sometimes not so good. I didn't get anything yet. No package. Okay. Alright, so let's work backwards. So here's the CSPF calculation for this path is done, but unfortunately it is done because it failed. There was no route toward 192.198.0.4. Did not take it a long time to complete that. Okay, let's try to see which links. Oh, okay. So here, because I cleared the OSPF neighbors, now it's going and deleting the TED database because it's going to be all new. So, yep, here's all the work that happened to, oh, okay, I'm surprised there's extra delete statements. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not like a more clear distinction between when it was deleting the old TD database and when it was building the new one. Okay, it looks like these are the only routes we've got. So we did create a new link. Let's just look at the TD database. Maybe it's missing. Maybe it's missing stuff. Okay, so this is good. And not only that, you can see we are in fact missing the loopbacks in here. Somehow they didn't make it in. So these are not, the loopbacks are not included as links in the database. So I think that could be a good Google search. Oh my god, this is exactly what I'm dealing with right now. Now, I've read this before, but I think this is going to be good to, at the very least, just include the notes and skim through. Yeah, because this is exactly what we got here. And you can see they've got the same thing, couldn't find a route. Okay, we've got a blog from Francis here. Hopefully there are some more clear answers in this blog. I think the problem is that in the database you can see, yeah, that's the ID, but it's not the actual... Oh, you know what? Either that, I don't know what this arrow means. See, I don't know why there's two columns with the same header. And I don't know if this arrow belongs to the second column or if the first column ends here and then the second column begins there. Okay, so let's do a detail. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, that cleared it up. And we can see, so the issue, yep, yes, in fact, there is no loopback to loopback interface. So I bet you if I change, if I add a from statement, it should work. So let's experiment with that in the next 2 or so minutes I've got. 6 minutes. Let's see here. So edit. Oops, if I may. Oh, I may not. Denied. Flat out denied. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Just get denied. Okay, so it looks like it crashed completely. Yeah, so we got a host hard reset, which is surprising. I'm not sure what happened there. I'll try just resetting it. Reload. We'll see what that does. Oops, so... Oh, okay. That seemed to work. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so now we're going to go show configuration, pipe display set, plug no more, configure our private, edit protocols, Mpls, label switch path. Okay, and now we're going to set a from. And the reason we're going to set a from is because we looked through the TED database, show TED, and then it was like detail, or TED link detail. Yeah, and we can see that we do have something to router 4. So I think if I take the detail, okay, this makes more sense now. So what I'm looking at here is the same thing as what I'm looking at here. So this is, yeah, it's just they're spaced out differently. So this is really the only relevant information I need to look at. This isn't going to matter that much because I just want to see if there is, in fact. So this is a from, this is a to. So we can see we actually got different options here. We can choose the .34 or the .23. So the .23 is going to be 000, and the 34 is going to be 24 is going to be 001. Oops. Wait. So I noticed that I have 2.3 and I have 2.4. Now is this meant to be 3.4? No, I have 2.4 and I have 3.4. All right, so let's set it to the 2.4. We'll have it go over GE001. Okay, and let's see if it's, okay, it's going to be .1. Okay, so it should come up now because we do have this in our traffic engineering database. Okay, so that's interesting because it is in the traffic engineering database, so I wonder if there's still, okay, so I don't think it tried recomputation yet, so let's do a monitor start. Okay, and let's clear out the OSPF database. Okay, and then it will have to run the CSPF calculation again, since that was cleared. There we go. Here it is. It's doing it. Okay, so hopefully we get a different message now instead of can't find a route to the other side. Okay, it's really thinking. Ah, here we go. Oops, but it looks like it failed again for some reason. Which is strange because I do a show TED link. You can see it's just not the truth. No route toward 192.168.0.4. Not only is that not true, it's not true twice. We've got a route here, and we've got a route here. Alright, but that's all the time I have for today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.